And on the back side, this is going to be all the information I need you to write. I've already taken a scan of this. I'm going to post it to the Google Classroom. That way you can look at it as you are writing all of this down on the back side. But after you get everything written down, we're going to take our colored pencils and we're actually going to color in the color wheel that's here. When you draw this, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Just draw it as large as the empty space that you have. Be sure you divide it. You should have 12 pie slices or 12 slices to this overall thing. And then when you color it, you need your primary and your secondary. So your red, your yellow, your blue, orange, green, and violet. I've also got my pencil sharpener. And just like in the painting, whenever I color in a color wheel, I always do the primary colors first, and I'm gonna start with yellow. So this very top slice right in here between, if this was a clock, 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock, I'm gonna shade this whole thing in yellow, trying to fill that space, go corner to corner, edge to edge, go a few different directions, really be sure that you're getting a pretty decent coverage, especially with a lighter color like yellow. You may have to press just a little bit harder, but I've got my yellow. Now I'm going to skip, 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 and I've got my blue right here. Be sure you leave the correct number of blanks or empty spots in this. Blue. Fill that in edge to edge, corner to corner, and then the last is going to be your red. So skip, skip, skip. Shade in the red. And when you shade these in, especially for today, I'm not too worried about it looking overly artistic. I just want you to get the right colors in the right spots. And the reason you want to have the right colors in the right spots is because tomorrow we're going to start breaking down exactly what these different color schemes are, what they mean, how they work, what they look like, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so now I've got my green in between yellow and blue. I got yellow, yellow, green, green. So I'm going to shade this one in green. Now, if you don't have a color that says green, if it looks like it's green and it looks green to you, use it. Same thing with any of the other colors. You know, you might have a color that says red, orange instead of just red, or you might have a color that says like, I don't know, brick red, scarlet red, whatever it is, doesn't matter. As long as it looks like the color to you, it's fine with me. Okay, next, I've got my violet. Now, one thing, as you're shading this in, one thing I want you to kind of look at here is the definition of complementary colors is going to be any two colors that are opposite one another on the color wheel. So right now, I've got, you know, if I look at it, my primary red and my secondary green, those two are directly opposite one another. I've got my primary yellow and my secondary violet. Those two are opposite one another. The last set here with the primary and the secondary is going to be my blue and my orange. An easy way to remember complementary colors is, and I know that not everybody celebrates this holiday, but around December 24th, December 25th, you're going to notice, and heck, probably even earlier than that, you're going to notice two colors very prominently displayed during Christmas, and those are green and red. Well, the reason they use them all the time is that green and red are opposite one another on the color wheel. If you think of professional sports, the Denver Broncos football team, blue and orange are their two colors. Sticking with professional sports, the LA Lakers, the Minnesota Vikings, we've got purple and yellow. So we've got our six. We've got our three primary and our three secondary. Now, how are we going to shade the tertiary or the intermediate colors, the colors that are left over? Well, you're going to think of it like an Oreo cookie. You've got the cracker shell, you've got the frosting, and then you've got the cracker shell on the opposite side. When we shade these, we're going to use the primary color first. This is going to act as our cracker shell. So I'm going to shade this in very lightly with my yellow. So cracker shell number 1, or layer number 1, and I'm going to take my green, very lightly shade over the top of the yellow. That's going to act as our frosting. Fill that all the way in. Don't go too overly heavy with it. And then, third and final, yellow one last time. Press a little bit harder. That way it helps to blend and mix both of those colors together just a little more accurately. And then, same thing for blue-green. I'm going to use my primary color first. Primary color first. Super, super important. Not only because the primary is the main color in it, but if you look at the title of the color, like this one is blue-green, well, which color do you say first? Do you say blue first or do you say green first? Well, you always start by saying the primary color name first. So I put a layer of blue, and I've got a layer of green. I'm going to go back over with my blue. Press a little bit harder, just like the yellow-green. Get those colors to blend a little bit cleaner together. All right, now I've got blue-violet. Now, if at this point you fully understand the concept, you understand how to do this, you don't have to follow along with me. You can pause this video and continue shading the rest of these on your own. But those that enjoy the sound of my voice and that love watching me work in real time, feel free to hang out, follow along the video, whatever you wanna do. Now, red-violet, lightly red first, grab my violet, lightly violet over the top. Red one final. Now red-orange. Red-orange is the complementary color, kind of a pop quiz here. Red-orange is a complementary color to my favorite color. So if you look at red-orange and you go directly across from it, what's Old Man River's favorite color? Huh? I'm not gonna tell you. You gotta figure that out on your own. All right, top layer of red, and I got one left. Okay, yellow-orange. So yellow first. Yes, if you were sitting in class, you'd be hearing me drone on like this, and I do hum a lot. So if I do that through any of these videos, deal with it. Enjoy the free little tune, the free little ditty. Okay, final layer of yellow. All right. Okay, so now we've got our color pencil